bit longer, but a lot of these handbags, we don't have that many left when it comes to the clearance priced items, and so that's why it's kind of like a last clicks price. We're moving on right now, though, to the Pebble leather satchel. We call her the Elissa, and ooh, I love that orchid color.
It's pretty.
Super pretty. This is brand new this season. It's 6 easy payments of $39.83. So under 40 bucks to get this home, just a little bit over $1 a day. This is how you walk into that family reunion, that graduation, that wedding, that rehearsal dinner, and you just look money, honey.
Yeah,
as
right?
Isaac says all the time. He's always like, money. She looks money. And Tony has it on in the black. Super distinctive. Like, somebody will think that you have this handbag made for you. That's the details on here. And it's like that with all orYANY, but for some reason I just think the braid work on this is so distinctive.
It's beautiful, the texture, and look at it, just even on the black bag. I mean, it makes a black satchel something really unique and special.
Yeah.
Because it has so much character and personality to it with all of that hand-stitched detail. The colors are beautiful. This is that ladylike satchel that, you know, you carry in the crook of your arm, but it has like a youthful edginess to it. So no matter if you're wearing like you're dressed to the nines or you're in jeans and flip-flops in the summer, you look like classy
and finished.
A little, polished. And a little bit of touch of an edginess, so it's not too pretentious. It's not too serious.
It's not so buttoned up that, you know, you feel like you're stodgy. You know, it's like, you know, it's polished, but at the same time, there's a little bit of whimsy and fun, especially when it comes to this color orchid. And then we also have your black, and those were the two colors that Tony and Khadijah were wearing. We also have this fantastic olive. Again, the green camo, when you're thinking about your today's special value. And then this, of course, is the sand multi. And so it's the only one, actually, where you're getting two colors of leather in addition to that fantastic silhouette. We have 24 of this one remaining, so let me just give you, you know, like front and back spins so you see how amazing that is.
And even the handles then have that kind of ivory, so it's really three neutrals all in one with that high polished gold hardware, which really kind of brightens it up for spring. It's a really pretty, and you know, our line was founded on
multiple colors,
so that's kind of a nod to that.
Absolutely.
But it's that great handheld satchel that has that extra leather on the sides. If you see how we've given it that softness, so instead of it being very structured, we've kept it soft. It's fluid. See how the leather on the top is folded over, so it gives you that curve. All that extra leather gives the softness, that supple texture. So you can see that. Look at how it gives. I mean, this is leather that melts in your hands. It is smushy,
Yep, exactly.
And then on the bottom, we've given you that reinforced bottom with the feet, so it's going to stand up for you.
Okay, but even the feet. Okay, just a little bit.
I know.
Even the feet, right? So when we talk about that this is an interesting brand with a distinctive point of view, that looks like a bolt. You know what I mean? I mean, like, you know, it's got sides. Like, even the feet, it's not just a stud. It's not like a little stamp. It's not, you know, something that looks like a tack on the bottom like everybody else does. The feet actually have character and distinction, and that is like a perfect example of the fit and finish of orYANY handbags.
It's the truth. Every aspect, every detail is something unique and different. This one, you know, you've got that beautiful texture on the front, all hand woven, the touch of hardware right in the center. I showed you that pocket on the back has that magnetic snap, and it's nice and wide. This is our magnets are so strong, they just find themselves, you don't even have to do anything.
You know what, I'm going to pause you for 1 second because I want to just say, boop. Only a dozen now in this, of course, in the sand multi. So I don't want you to miss out on it, as in 12. For the nation, which is obviously not a lot.
Then look at this zipper, how it really opens up the full width of the bag, which allows you to really get inside. And then it almost takes on like a bowler bag shape to it. Opens up super wide. There's pockets on the inside.
Can you
zipper.
bowl?
Can I bowl?
Yeah.
I'm good at Wii bowling. I haven't done, you know, like the Nintendo Wii bowling.
Oh, that's
believe it or
hilarious.
Not. I don't remember the last time I've actually gone bowling. I don't know if I'm good, but.
Okay, anyway,
you
said like a bowler. Right? I love bowling.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily good. I'm good before a cocktail, and then I'm not.
And then not so good.
Then not so good. Sand multi is gone. I'm sorry, I digress. You said something about bowling. Olive is going to be next to go.
It's pretty.
The other thing, could you just point out what you pointed out to me before we even started, which was that just there's so much leather wrapped around here.
So we could have given you a seam here, and it just would have been more structured that way, but this just gives it that rolled softness.
It's fold over.
Yeah.
Like, it's not cut leather. It completely gives you kind of a deep seam.
And then it's one continuous piece, so it's smooth and fluid, and that's what gives it that softness that A typical satchel is very structured. This, look at how it has so much give to it.
It's a 21st century take
and then
on a satchel.
even on the sides, the way it kind of has that extra suppleness to it.
So what is it, do you think, about Jakob's kind of background that gives him this inspiration to do things so differently?
Growing up in Morocco and then moving to Israel and then moving to the United States, he has this global essence about him. And really, Ariel brings that feminine side, that brings the boho chic. She's a New Yorker. She grew up with her father creating these gorgeous bags. So she grew up in the business. And together they just really create unique bags that have an artistic feel. Jakob's very much into like architecture, and I think a lot of times the bags have an architectural feel. And then the hardware has that kind of geometric contemporary feel to it. So everything ends up being unique, from the leather to the colors that we choose to the details and the hardware. And it ends up to be something so special that you carry and you fall in love with. I mean, when you feel the leather, number one, you're head over heels. And then number two, when you see all those details and how functional they are, because we really want it to make sense for you to carry it. It should be comfortable.
You know what? I love that we have that close-up of that detail, even that link.
Yep.
Again, you were talking about the geometric detail, that then the architectural detail that we have here. There's an international flair to this. Obviously it's very editorial. These are the types of handbags that you see in Vogue, that you see in W, that they're looking for a handbag that it doesn't just have braids, it has braids and. You know, there isn't just, a whip stitch. There's a whip stitch and a braid, and then there's, a hexagonal kind of foot on the bottom. Like it's just kind of the compilation and like the composition of all these handbags just kind of creates this unique, distinctive, you got it, and somebody made it specially for you-ness.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, neat. This is very popular. It's brand new this season, $239. If you want the olive, we have only about 4 dozen remaining in the olive. Remember, the easy pay on almost every item, except one, goes away at the end of the day. So it's one of those expiring offer opportunities. Here's the black. And then we also have the orchid that Bethany is holding over the crook of her arm. Item number 8289724. Measurements on this before we go: 9 inches wide, 11.5 inches high, 6.5 inches in depth, and then a 5-inch handle drop with that 21.5 to 24-inch strap drop. We're heading that way. I think you guys are taking a shot at the models. Yeah. So I like this one because it feels to me like the bottom half of a guitar. You know how the bottom half of a guitar is kind of sexy? The shape, and it's interesting because I look at these handbags and I'm like, what's the first thing that pops into your head?
Right.
And that's what popped into my head about this one. Kind of the fullness of it, which is in terms of how the shape is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a unique shape, how it kind of tapers up towards the top. It gets a little wider at the bottom.
Yeah.
But the curve and how it's soft, the rounded edges keep it fluid. Then that braiding that goes all the way around from the front to the back adds such a texture to it, such a great dimension. The sides, from every angle, this bag has so much detail. So then on the sides, you've got that little touch of fringe, but it's not a fringe bag. I wouldn't call this a fringe bag.
No.
Just enough to give a little movement, a little sassiness. And then you've got that great kind of braided detail on the side, which comes up to the hardware, which is kind of where the strap starts. And it's like double bar hardware is what I call it, but wrapped in leather. Really unique, special touch.
I think the fringe at the sides gives it kind of whimsy. There's a playfulness to it. Obviously, it gives movement to the bag. I want to just say right off the top, and I started this way, that like handbags, I'm struck by like how we've decided to create the opening. This one, the opening is a big old flap. So if you love, let me just, as a call out, like you love a flap bag, this is for you. And I also love the size of this bag. So obviously it is a crossbody. So it's 8 inches in width, 7.5 inches high. Obviously not a square because I said it has that lovely, yummy guitar shape. 3 inches in depth on the bottom.